So I want my game engine to be super simple to use. However, there are some systems that are just complicated by nature. For example, the physics system. If you want to use it, you have to compute a velocity and then multiply times the mass, divide that by the time so you can get a force. And no, you do not want to deal with that when you're making a game. Therefore, I added a system to my game engine that will take care of all of that for you. Or what you do is you tell it where do you want your 3D model or your character to move to, and it will compute the velocity and calculate the force for you. So you don't have to worry about none of that. Let me show you how to use it. It's super simple. It's called the steering system. And what it does is basically under the hood, it will compute the forces that needs to be exerted on the 3D model. It will compute that for you. All what you have to do is tell it where do you want your 3D model to go to. Let me show you with an example. So let's say I have a player in the ball and and you want the player to basically look for the ball, to move always towards the ball. Or what you do is you call this particular function called steer seek. You provide the entity ID, which is the player. You tell it where you want to go, or wherever the ball is at. And that's basically it. So let me show you with an example. Let me run this. Hopefully it won't take too long to build, but sometimes it does. All right, so here we have the player, the ball, and I'm going to be moving the ball with my WASD keys, okay? And the player will basically try to follow it or look for it. And you can see that. Now I can move it over there. And you can see how the player is basically just going towards it. Again, you don't have to worry about computing velocity, forces, none of that. All what you do is you tell it where to go. And that is it. So let's do another one. And you probably are already realizing that these are basically steering behaviors, and which they are. They are steering behaviors. As a matter of fact, if we go into the function, into this one of the things that I do is that I compute the desired velocity using the seek behavior. From that, we compute the final force that is needed to apply that to the model. So under the hood, again, I'm using the steering behavior system and the physics system combined. All right, so let's do another one. Let's do the flee. And this one, what's going to happen is that I'm going to move away from the ball. So we have a steer flee, we have a player. We basically tell it, I want you to move away from the ball. And let's see if that works. And allow that. And here you go. You can see how the player is moving actually away from the ball. I don't think this guy was meant to play soccer. So there you go. And then let's check out the steering pursuit. And basically, the steer pursuit function basically will try to determine where the ball will be at a particular time. Kind of a better function than the steer seek function. And let's do this one. And kind of try to intercept the ball. I'm actually looking at it. I don't think it's quite right. I need to look into it. Probably look into that into tomorrow or something, or someday. And yeah, so basically that's all what I have, guys. Once I was able to fix my physics system, and you can see how the ball now rolls so nicely, I was able to go back and fix my steering system, and now it's looking good. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was entertaining and helpful, and I'll see you next time.